Welcome back to Generation Car, where we dive deep into the world of automobiles and the future of driving. Today's video tackles one of the biggest debates in the automotive world: electric cars versus gas cars. With the shift towards sustainability and rising fuel prices, it's more important than ever to consider which option is the better investment. So, if you're thinking about making the switch, or holding onto your gas-powered car, this video is for you. We'll explore everything from purchase price to maintenance costs, environmental impact, and long-term value. So, stick around because this will be a game changer for your car buying decision. Part 1: The case for electric cars. Let's start with electric cars. Over the past few years, EVs have become more mainstream than ever, and this year is set to be a pivotal year for electric vehicles. Companies like Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid Motors are pushing the envelope with innovative designs, longer battery ranges, and faster charging capabilities. But beyond just flashy features, what makes EVs such an attractive investment? First off, the purchase price. While electric cars have traditionally been more expensive than their gas counterparts, prices are steadily dropping. Thanks to advances in battery technology and increased competition in the EV market, the cost of EVs has become much more accessible. They offer impressive ranges and features for a relatively affordable price, making electric cars much more competitive in terms of initial investment. Next, let's talk about maintenance costs. One of the biggest advantages of electric cars is that they have fewer moving parts than gas vehicles. No oil changes, no exhaust systems, and fewer brake issues because of regenerative braking. That means lower maintenance costs over the lifespan of the car. Plus, many automakers now offer extensive warranties for their electric batteries, sometimes up to 8 years or 100,000 miles, making EVs a safer bet for long-term reliability. Another great selling point? Fuel savings. While electricity prices fluctuate, charging your EV is generally much cheaper than filling up a gas tank. Plus, home charging offers convenience and saves you the hassle of going to the pump. That can lead to significant savings in the long run, especially with gas prices rising worldwide. And don't forget about the environmental impact. EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, making them a much cleaner option for the planet. With growing concerns about climate change and stricter emissions regulations, driving an electric vehicle can be a good step toward a more sustainable future. Plus, the environmental benefits are even greater if you use renewable energy sources for charging. Part 2: The case for gas cars. Now let's take a look at gas-powered cars. Despite the growing popularity of EVs, gas cars are still going strong. They've been the backbone of the automotive industry for over a century, and there are some distinct advantages to sticking with a traditional gas-powered vehicle. First, let's talk about upfront costs. While some high-performance electric cars can be pricey, gas-powered vehicles are generally more affordable. For many people, the lower initial price of a gas car can make it a more appealing choice, especially when comparing mid-range models like the Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla to their electric counterparts. Then there's the refueling convenience. Unlike EVs, which require charging stations or home charging setups, gas stations are still abundant and easy to access. Gas cars can offer more flexibility and convenience for those in rural areas or places with fewer charging stations. Plus, refueling takes just a few minutes compared to the longer charging times for EVs, especially at public stations. Gas cars also have a proven track record. They've been around for over a century and their technology is tried and true. While electric vehicles are still evolving, gas cars have a longer history of reliability, with plenty of options for repairs and parts that are widely available. This means you're less likely to face a lengthy wait for parts or repairs if something goes wrong. Also, if you drive long distances or take frequent road trips, the availability of gas stations and the ability to drive for hundreds of miles without worrying about charging are big factors in your decision. Gas cars typically offer a much greater range than most current electric models, especially in more remote areas. Part 3: Which is the better investment? Those who want reliability and practicality. In the long run, electric cars are expected to become the dominant force in the automotive world, especially as battery technology improves and charging infrastructure expands. But for now, gas cars continue to hold their own as a dependable, accessible option for many drivers. Ultimately, the decision comes down to your driving habits, budget, and long-term goals. Both electric and gas cars have pros and cons, and both can be excellent investments, depending on your unique situation. So what do you think? Are you ready to switch to electric, or would you rather stick with your trusty gas-powered ride? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on all things automotive. Thanks for watching Generation Car, and I'll see you in the next video.